Hello, folks. Today we're gonna interview Audey Thunder Closing, Liz from Audey Thunder Closing. But here's a cool sticker. It says, "Commit random kindness and senseless acts of beauty." Bumper sticker. During this lockdown, practice random kindness with your family, your partner, and your relationship. Use kind words during this lockdown. Either you're stuck, once again, during this lockdown, either you're stuck with your roommate or your family or your partner, use kind words. Okay, there she is right there. I'm gonna, wait, Liz. It's gonna take a minute to load.
I
Liz, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Before we start, I have an announcement to make. Okay, and during the middle and end of this interview, we I'm gonna give away these. So keep watching. This is out of print. It's out of print. Secret Origin of Crafts book. I'm gonna mail it in first class. Whoever wins, it's gonna be a game. I'm gonna put it in the envelope and mail it in first class. So stay till end of the video. Don't go anywhere, because I'm gonna show you something really crazy. That book I showed you, booklet, it's out of print. And I just find this ridiculous. I don't know why people would do that, but it's on eBay for $150. I just find that crazy. And well, the one I'm sending you, it's not signed by the artist, but on the eBay, it's signed by the artist. And this person is selling it for $150. And I just find that ridiculous. Why do you want, that's like out of the price. Give it to your friends for free or something. Not sell it. Another thing we're gonna give away, so you would stay in this whole entire interview, is buttons. I'm gonna mail these on first class. Crass, anti-war, dirt, object, refuse, reject, abuse, conflict, the house that man built, flux of pink Indians, and anti-sec logo. That's what I have right here, anti-sec. Anti-sec logo, okay. The wheat symbol. Okay, today, Liz, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, today we have Liz from Audey Thunder's Closing. In case you haven't heard of Audey Thunder's Closing, she did some really amazing fashion show at the Pasadena Anarcho Gathering. Before that, Pasadena Peace Punk Fest, Anarchist Gathering in Berkeley, and also the Iconoclast show in LA. All right, Liz, tell us about your Audey Thunders. What's it all about?
So basically, I just, like everyone in high school, being young, being into punk and stuff, like started sewing, hand sewing mostly, my own clothes,
Uh huh.
and going to thrift stores and going to the swap meet. Um, I actually worked at the swap meet with my mom when I was pretty young, so I like got a lot of like old clothes and like just spend my time like hand sewing when I wasn't doing anything
Uh huh.
there. And just finding like random stuff and altering it. And in high school, I got into a fashion class. We actually had a fashion class in high school.
Uh huh.
I think that high school doesn't have it anymore. Um, but it was really cool because the whole class was basically to have like this big event at the end of the year of the fashion students having a fashion show.
Uh huh.
Um, so that's like how I got into it. It was like it was like really exciting at the time, right? Being like a high school kid and being like, oh my god, a fashion show, and it was like like the biggest event of the school had. Um,
And
like we had a huge auditorium in Anaheim High School, and it
uh-huh.
would like fill up and sell out. Um,
And you did some of the fashion show um that was not non-punk related. Tell us about that.
um,
With
yeah,
models
or
and stuff.
yeah. So I've done like a lot of fashion shows. I don't know how many, but since I started doing it, like since I was like 17,
Uh-huh.
um, so I have done like oh, one of them I did was for um, Hispanic Heritage Month.
Uh-huh.
So at the Anaheim Library, I was invited to do a fashion show for uh, the kids in the community.
Mm-hmm.
So and it was all like Latinx um, inspired clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I've also done another one here in Anaheim for the Museo Museum is what it's called.
Uh-huh.
It was also a Chicano like pride like event.
Uh-huh.
Um, that was last year. Yeah.
And how many years have you been doing this for now?
Um, so that like sewing. I guess when I was the first fashion show I did was like I said in high school. I did one my junior year and my senior year.
Mm-hmm.
So and I'm 30 now.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, a while.
And you're a single mother. You're a single mom. Am I correct?
Yes.
How do you have enough time to do all this? Being a single mom, working, and doing the clothing and your own fashion line and stuff.
It's, I mean, I guess I find the time, it's, I guess I always have a tight schedule, but, and I'm always like trying to say yes to everything.
Uh huh.
I'm trying to not do that, like wear myself out too thin now. But, um, I guess, and also my job is pretty lenient. I don't work, um, I don't usually work like throughout the whole 12 months of the
Mm-hmm.
year. So when I'm not working, I'll just focus on my sewing. Basically, last year, like 2019, I was not really working at all. I was all just um, doing my clothing line.
That's so awesome. I really support what Liz is doing because I'm into supporting independent business. And actually, I used to take fashion at Fullerton College a long time ago. If I'm correct, the first time I think I met Liz was at the Rock Against Racism, Rock Against Gentrification show in Inglewood. Do you remember this? Rock
Oh
Against
yeah,
Gentrification. How many? I forgot the year. Do you remember how many years ago was this? The Rock Against
mm,
Gentrification show?
I don't remember. I think it was maybe like 6 years ago, or
Yes, that was the first time I met you, I think, because there was a room with all the bands in Inglewood. There was another room with all the like independent distros and stores, and we didn't charge any money. We wanted to be free, people who table, because we were supporting that. But tell me about this show you did. This is my favorite one because the models are holding a sign. I'm gonna read it to you just in case people can't see it. The models are holding a sign that says fuck slut shaming, fuck sexism, fuck transphobia. This is my favorite one where the models are coming out with holding the sign. Tell us about this show, Liz.
yeah, that was in Santa Ana.
Uh-huh.
Um, it was it was I think one of the first kind of fashion shows that I did that was like outside of like school because I was doing like school either in high school or in college doing the fashion shows, and then I they were doing like this, I don't know, in downtown Santa Ana, some, you know I guess for local like handmade clothing lines.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was actually pretty uncomfortable to be there because it felt weird, like we didn't belong really. And it was funny because that event was actually called Black Sheep Fashion Show.
Uh-huh.
And I just I think everyone, all of like my models and we felt like really uncomfortable kind of being there, because we were just really out of place. So we made those signs, um, to just kind of make like those people that go to downtown Santa Ana like uncomfortable, right? Because like it's been like it was like starting to get gentrified,
Okay.
and we knew that we were making those people uncomfortable just by being in the space. So we were like, oh, let's make these signs, and we just did it real last minute, and it did make a lot of people feel very uncomfortable.
I see. Liz, I don't know about the rule down in Southern California right now, that much, but here in Northern California, especially where I live now, they put these rules now. If you don't have a mask on, if you do not have a mask on, they won't let you in the store to shop or anything like that. And I really like some of the mask you made. This is my friend Marty right here wearing the mask. And these are some of the pictures I got from Audie Thunders wearing a mask and stuff. Tell
Yeah.
tell us some of these masks you're making. How many have you made and everything?
I'm not sure like how many I've made because in the beginning I was counting,
Uh huh.
um, but it was like kind of overwhelming to just think about the numbers like in that way. So I haven't. I do like I write everything down in a notebook, so eventually I'll count it. But I right now I'm not counting because it like gives me kind of anxiety to like think
Okay.
about like yeah how much I have to do or how much you know.
Do do you have any sample masks with you or anything? Anything like that?
Yeah, I have a few here. Um, like this one's a like a little kid one,
Uh huh.
um, little spider web one, and then um, these ones like this is just green. Um, a lot of folks like I have like character ones like these Pokemon ones,
Mm-hmm.
and I know like these I just need to put the elastic on them, but they're basically done.
If if the people want to buy it, do they just go to your Etsy account?
Yeah, on my Instagram, I have my
I mean,
website.
I'm sorry, Instagram, your Instagram account. Yes.
Yeah,
What's your Instagram?
it's Audie Thunders.
Yes, Audie
So
Thunder. Of course, it's Audie
yeah.
Thunder. Sorry, I'm kind of a little bit slow today. Tell me about this, the Anarcho Gathering in Pasadena.
Oh yeah, that was a fun fashion show that we did. Um, it was in December or yeah, I think
Yes,
it was in December.
it was last year, a free event.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that was fun.
and also I like this one a lot because it was a good crowd there. And like, well, we don't have the video. I can't show the video, but it was MC by Marty. It was at the Iconoclast show in LA. I think this was a year and a half ago too.
Yeah, I think that was like yeah, that was in January. I think that was last year in January.
These yeah, these were the models and they were just walking and stuff. What stuff did you design on this?
So everything that they're wearing there, like
Uh-huh.
all the that's I made all that stuff. Um, that one, yeah, I love that event and all those models. They all that stuff sold out pretty quick.
Oh, back to Pasadena one. The oh no, wait a minute. This one is from the Peace Punk Fest because there was the one. This one's for the Peace Punk Fest 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah,
The shorts made. This is from the Peace Punk
yeah,
Fest.
yeah. So yeah, those are cool. I like that he was down for that.
And not only do you make shirts and shorts, you also make dresses. I got
Yeah.
what is this right here?
So that's a like a black velvet pentagram dress.
Uh huh.
Um, yeah, that was a cool site. We took some photos here at the Brea Dam um, when it was like kind of burnt, so it looked pretty cool.
How about this one?
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. Um, that was in a cemetery in Anaheim. The
Oh,
it was a so.
a see-through vinyl.
Oh yeah, yeah. People love those vinyl skirts for the festivals.
Did you still have these? Is it all on your store? Are they sold out?
Yeah, no, I do them made to order. So like, I mean, I have one like right here.
Uh huh.
the red one.
Oh,
But
cool, cool.
I make them to order like depending on people's sizes because you know everyone's different. So I try to make all sizes for everyone, custom. So I don't just make like small through large because that's like ridiculous.
Do you have other samples that you want to share?
Um, yeah. So I have. Oh, I remember. So this one I did the fashion show. It was last year. Also, when I just used bed sheets,
Uh-huh.
90s bed. And so I made this button-up shirt of the Ninja Turtles.
Those are the
Um,
kawabangas.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm, I did different like so this is a button-up shirt, but I really like this one, and I had other stuff too. Like I like to like repurpose like upcycle stuff. So
Uh-huh.
this one is also made out. It's a fanny pack
Oh,
made out
cool,
of
cool.
also a Simpsons bed sheet, like from
Hey,
the 90s.
speaking of fanny pack, lifeguards could use those too, because lifeguard put the CPR mask,
Oh
the
yeah.
fanny pack. Lifeguards could use it and stuff.
That's cool, yeah. And I have like so like since I like to repurpose stuff, like this one is made out of inner tubes, like bicycle inner tubes.
Uh-huh.
So it's
That's
just
for the bicycle.
yeah, it's like literally made out of inner tubes from bicycles.
That is cool. That could be used for lifeguard because it's waterproof, so it won't get wet. So they could just jump in the water with that fanny pack, so fanny pack and stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
Liz, we're gonna take a 2-minute break. All right, we're giving out this button. It's gonna get mailed in first class. They're dirt, crass, conflict, anti-sec, flux of pink Indians. So pay attention. Here's the game, okay? Whoever types in first gets a button. The game is, whoever answer this first. So pay attention to win this button. It's gonna go in first class mail tomorrow. Okay, Crass had a record label. It was called Crass Records, and they had a second one. All right. By the way, Liz, this doesn't count on you, okay? It's just for the people watch it. This is for people in America only, because it's not air mail, just domestic mail, so America only. So Crass has a record label. They had two record labels. One was called Crass Records, and number two, same, but they had a different name. Guess what the record label was? Was it Blurg Records, Motorhead Records, Corpus Christi, or Spider Leg Records? Whoever typed in fast wins free buttons. So let's see if somebody types in or not. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that one more time. If no one types it in, I'm gonna keep this by myself. So Crass had two record labels. It was Crass Records, it was Blurg Records, Motorhead Records, Corpus Christi, or Spider Leg Records. No one can answer that? Okay. There's 5 people watching live. I guess no one knows. Okay, I'm keeping this. No one can answer it. All right. So, Liz, the next one. Oh, wait. The guy who, I don't know if it's a guy or woman, it says Corpus Christi. Yes, congratulations. You're the winner. Let me write your name down. Okay, what I want you to do is don't put it on here. Send me a private message right now. It was Corpus Christi. Yes, that's correct. To the VHE Cavandom. Send me a private message right now with your mailing address. It's gonna go tomorrow morning. So you're the winner. Okay. All right. We're gonna come back and we'll do a little bit more games. All right. Back to Audey Thunder's closing. This is before I show you this picture. I have to read this to you. This is really powerful statement. I like it because you sent me this photo for the postcard. This was the Anarcho Peace Punk Fest at Audey Thunders. It came all the way up to Berkeley, and Marty was emceeing and everything. Let's see, the sign, you can't really see it here, but the sign, there's 3 models holding the sign. The models have Audey Thunder's clothing on. Destroy the white supremacist capitalist patriarchy. Sign 2 says, make racists afraid, make misogynists afraid. Sign 3, no borders, no nation, stop deportation. This is so cool. It's very, very powerful statement. This I printed 1,000 postcard of this and distributed all over. Tell us about these stuff you made for the models.
Oh yeah, that was when was that? That was a while ago, right?
That I
Um,
2 years ago, 2018.
okay. Yeah, we did a little last minute photo shoot. My brother actually took the pictures,
Uh huh.
with Luis, and those are some of my friends that I asked to help me out. Um, and yeah, it was also, I think we also did it at the Brea Dam in Fullerton. Took some pictures there.
How did you find the models all the way up here? Do you have like connection with everybody or what in Northern California?
So when we did the fashion show, yeah,
Yes.
I just asked to see if anyone like just went online on Instagram and asked like if anyone was interested in modeling like for Berkeley, right?
Uh
And
huh.
or for that, yeah, it was the show, and some people hit me up, and then also um I was going with friends, so a few of my friends also we drove up together, so they helped me out too and modeled.
Cool. Liz, do you have these cards? Because I have few. Do you have these cards?
I think I think I might have a poster. I'm not sure.
Okay, cool. Oh, you're talking about the Anarchist Gathering posters
Oh, okay, yeah.
from last year. I don't
Hmm.
have the Anarchist Gathering one because you had another model holding it too. I have that
Hmm.
online. Okay, I want to ask you a question too. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. It's Mujeres, Mujeri Market. Am I pronouncing it right? Mujeres. How do you pronounce it?
From what? What is it?
It's a market.
Oh,
Mujeres. How do you pronounce that?
Mujeres Market.
Yeah, tell me about the market because I see you posted and stuff. Tell me about is that in LA only or is it in OC?
Yeah, they actually just had like the first Orange County Mujeres Market
Uh huh.
before like all this happened before the pandemic. But yeah, and so that was the first one that we had was in Santa Ana. Um, yeah, it's really cool, the Mujeres Market. They did start in LA County. And so it's all vendors who like can make their work. And it's all women of color or queer or trans people of color
Uh huh.
who are who vend there.
By any chance in LA, who do you know Daisy by any chance in LA? Just wondering. She's an old friend of mine. She just okay. So I sometimes see stuff on your wall. What is this thing you have in Anaheim? It's called Real Free Market
Oh yeah,
in
the
Anaheim.
really free market.
Yes, I'm sorry, the
Um,
really free market. What is that?
so we usually would do it once a month, where people just take stuff to the park
Uh
that
huh.
they don't need or that they don't want anymore, and we just everyone just sets it out. We have like blankets or tarps on the floor, and anyone can take whatever they like. Um, I think there's some up in the Bay Area. I've heard.
Oh,
So
really? Wow.
yeah.
I got to pay attention
Um,
to that more. That's cool.
and yeah, so we would do it once a month.
Uh huh.
And recently, we did an online version, like on Instagram, see if anyone wanted some stuff that, and people just picked it up or had it shipped.
So I'm confused now. So it's free because it's called really
Yeah.
free. Everything is free there.
Yeah. So basically, instead of like donating stuff to like a thrift store
Uh
where
huh.
they money off of it and sell it, right? We just bring it to the park so anyone can take it. Um, since a lot of people, I mean, like the thrift stores don't need any more donations, like,
Right.
especially a lot like Goodwill and stuff like that. They really don't do much for the community.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
and, and a lot of that stuff that isn't sold, it's just, um, it's like sold in bulk to like impoverished countries, and then they have to sell that stuff, or you see them wearing that clothes like from American,
Oh,
um, random American clothing, like from schools or stuff like that. So,
cool. Tell us about the documentary you came out with, that short documentary film you're in.
oh yeah, that was last year. My brother Luis, again, he did a short documentary on my clothing line,
Uh-huh.
and for his class for Long Beach. So
Mm-hmm.
he I think he just graduated from Cal State Long Beach,
Mm.
um, and so he did that for one of his classes, his film class. So yeah, that was really cool. He came in with his crew, like him and his classmates,
Uh-huh.
and they filmed one of the fashion show that I did in Anaheim at the Museo.
Oh wow, that's cool. So when you're making clothes and stuff and all that, what music do you mostly listen to? What bands?
For like when I'm sewing,
Yes, I mean
I
sewing and everything.
yeah, yeah, I like to like listen to podcasts sometimes when
Uh-huh.
I'm sewing.
Oh, cool,
Um,
cool. Yeah.
yeah. But also I'll like every once in a while, like I mean I also listen to like anything like hip hop in Spanish to
Uh-huh.
like punk or like anything. Um, if I know that do you want me to like specific bands
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like groups?
it's anything, yes.
Um, so there's this one artist that is pretty cool that sometimes when I'm down, um, it's her name is Rebecca Lane. She's from Guatemala,
Uh-huh.
and she like she's like a hip hop artist and like talks about like violence against women, like capitalism and
Oh,
like
wow.
mm, just
Okay.
like all like a lot of important issues. Um, and so like she's like really cool. It's like one of someone that I like to listen to sometimes. Um,
Is she on YouTube?
and
YouTube videos and
yeah,
all?
I
Okay,
think so.
I have to look
Yeah,
her up and stuff. That is
yeah,
cool.
and then also there's some I know like I try to get into like more like Spanish stuff or like recently, um, and like more like women or all like women fronted stuff.
Uh-huh.
So there's also this other band called Las Ultrasonicas.
Uh-huh.
Um, and they have some pretty fun fun music. Um, there's this one song called that I like kind of resonate with.
Uh-huh.
it was it's called "I'm Fucking Pregnant."
Uh-huh.
So you should look that up. It's some of their stuff is like silly and kind of like fun too, but it's pretty
Right.
cool.
What about punk rock music? When you listen to punk rock, what do you like to
Yeah,
listen
well,
to?
yeah, like the like Ultrasonicas, they're like a rock band, like
Uh-huh.
just in Spanish.
Uh-huh.
Um, and of course, like I think obviously like Johnny Thunders, like
Uh-huh.
since my my clothing is called Audey Thunders, so
Mm-hmm.
it's named after my son Audey and Johnny Thunders. You can see my little crappy tattoo here
Oh, cool,
that says
cool.
Johnny
Is it
Thunders
homemade?
that I got. Huh?
Homemade tattoo?
Yeah, it's like I got it when I was like 13 or something.
Wow.
Um, so like obviously like anything like New York Dolls or Johnny Thunders and the Heartbreakers.
It's cool. You're into all the
Um,
70s punk rock.
yeah. I mean, yeah, a little bit of everything,
Uh-huh.
like Blitz, you know, like
Do you like
I mean, I
Blitz
grew
when they were Oi or when they went new wave?
I like them. I mean, I like both, but
Okay.
I mean, Oi.
Just wondering. Also,
Yeah.
we're gonna take a 2-minute break. All right. For those who joining us right now, you get to play a game. I'm gonna mail you another package if you could get the answer right. These are all anarcho pin button, the one I showed you before. Dirt, Flux, the Pink Indians, Conflict, Anti-Sec, all anarcho pin button. Goes tomorrow morning in first class. Whoever answered this question first. The question is, okay, Okay, Poison Girls. Maybe rest in peace. But V from Poison Girls. She had Pete Fender and Jem. So Pete Fender Pete Fender was in one of the bands. Okay, the mother was V from Poison Girls. What band is was Pete Fender in? Rudimentary Peni, The System, Anthrax UK, or Omega Tribe. Son of V from Poison Girls. If anybody could get this first person who types it in, gets it right. If I'm gonna give 5 more seconds, if no one types it in, this is gonna be mine again. So it can't be the same person who went to somebody different. Oh, wait, was that the same person? No. You can't play it twice. You already played it. You already won something. Okay, we'll later do the crash booklet because you already won the these are same buttons. So VHEK. Yes, you already won. All right, I'll do it on the next show then. We have a few more. All right, we'll do the crash button last. I mean, not crash booklet last. The crash symbol booklet. This is going to be the last. All right. Audey Thunders, Lizz from Audey Thunders. I'm going to ask you some questions on the phone. Where did the phone go? Okay, here it is. These are some questions, okay? Because you texted on your Instagram, and these are some of the questions. Okay. How do you take care of yourself, your hands after working a lot with carpal tunnel, especially recently with the amount of orders you had? I guess the face mask amount of orders.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I do have carpal tunnel in my hand, so sometimes it does like, repetitive motions, like it hurts my hands and my fingers. Um, so I try to like just like chill. Like if I'm not feeling like my hands aren't feeling good, try to
Uh-huh.
like chill. And I take like turmeric and like ginger for
Mm-hmm.
inflammation. Um, but yeah, that for real, that really does sometimes get to me, my hands. And I also wear braces sometimes on both of my hands,
Wow.
um, because yeah, that it does hurt.
Speaking of carpal tunnel, when you go like this, does it click? It goes click, click, click. Does it do that or anything?
No,
Okay.
yeah, no,
Do you remember MySpace by any chance? MySpace.com from a
yeah,
long time ago? When MySpace
yeah.
was around this, I was using my left hand with the mouse all the time. I was so addicted to fucking MySpace. It gave me a carpal tunnel on my left
Stop.
wrist. So every time when I go like this, it'll go click, click, click. So then from now on, I use my right hand as a mouse. I always put it on the right side. And all my friends would say, "Are you left-handed?" I was going, "No, I use mouse with my right hand all the time." My friends think I'm a left-handed because the mouse is always on the right. Because that's it. Because long time ago I got carpal tunnel. I mean, it's better now, but long time ago,
Yeah.
yeah, MySpace gave me carpal tunnel.
Question.
Okay, these are from Instagram questions because Audie Thunders posted on Instagram. Does anybody have any question on the post? And they shot all the questions to Audie Thunders. And any advice for people interested in suing for the first time? Any advice? I mean,
Um,
sewing for the first time.
yeah. So I mean, I always tell people like not to give up on if they're trying something new.
Uh huh.
It's just, I mean, it's like I didn't learn how to do all this stuff. It's not like I was born like knowing how to do all this stuff. Like I like eventually I've worked so much at it that, now I can do the things that I, do. And some people kind of get discouraged
Uh
when
huh.
they first start sewing or first start a new hobby or something when they're not able to do something like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I just always tell people like don't give up. It's practice, just practice and like take it one step at a time. Um, for sure.
Can I tell you something crazy since we're talking about sewing? When I was in high school, I was taking a sewing class, and I used to buy the blue, the blue pattern sheet, the blue
Yeah.
pattern. Then I would buy all the materials. I used to make pants, even like, oh man, I used to make all kinds of stuff. This is just when I was in high school, okay? I had
Yeah.
all my patterns. I was using my aunt's sewing machine at home, and I used to make my own bondage pants, all kinds of stuff like punk rock bondage pants. Then in college, I took fashion design. But anyway, it's been so many years. I totally forgot to sew. I don't even know how to read patterns anymore because it's been so long. I think this was 1987 or no, 86 when I was in high school. 1986 when I took clothing class, 86 or 87. Okay, oh, here's an interesting one because I went to Fullerton College for fashion. So did you go to college for fashion design? Did you go to college?
I actually didn't major in fashion. I know some people um, think that I have a degree in something, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I have no degree in anything. So, hey. But I did go to school. I wanted to be an educator, and so
Mm-hmm.
I started taking just classes for education, and I was actually a preschool teacher for a while, and
Uh-huh.
um, that was not that as fun as I thought. I was, with kids, um, pretty young kids, and sometimes I worked at private schools, and
Oh,
they really sucked. Um, they really cared about the parents and like the money that the parents gave, and not so much on the kids and like the teachers.
uh-huh.
So, so yeah, I haven't been working with kids for a while. Um, and I did go to college. I did go to Fullerton College, and also I did take a few fashion classes.
What year did you go
Um,
to Fullerton? Because I went to Fullerton in 1990.
yeah, I was born in 1990,
So what year did you go to Fullerton College?
like 2008.
Oh, cool, cool. So you went there for a little bit, but didn't finish them, right? Or did you
Yeah, no,
finish?
I just took some fashion classes, just because I wanted to,
Uh-huh.
because my major was something else. But I did take some fashion classes every once in a while. Um, and I still am considering maybe just taking a few fashion classes just
Right,
cause, right?
right.
It's fun, and I know a lot of people who actually do have degrees in fashion,
Uh-huh.
but they have told me and that they really didn't learn much. Like that the programs that they have, like they didn't learn shit basically.
Right, right.
And I've had people ask me to teach them when they've gone to fashion schools and stuff like that, and it's it's kind of sad that um, that occurs. Like people have degrees, but then they don't they're not able to do anything with do anything with the degrees, or they're getting paid like minimum wage or like a little bit over minimum wage for
Uh-huh.
having a degree.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Like example for art, going going to college for art, fashion, or graphic design, you don't really need to go to college because you could learn it on your own or online or everything. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, honestly, I think so. I know a lot of people who are who do the same thing as I do, like design and sew and
Uh-huh.
sell their stuff online, and some of them do have degrees, and they agree that you don't need a degree, to
Okay.
do this.
All right. And how long have you been riding motorcycle and how did you get into it?
Um, so I've been writing maybe for 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
or a little bit, or when I got like my first like real motorcycle, like 5 years ago. Um, I had before like one of those Vespas. I had one of those for a while, for a few years, and then I got a Honda, and I don't know, I just always wanted to ride a motorcycle, and um, yeah, it's been 5 years.
Wow. You're a biker. I don't ride motorcycle because long time ago I was on my friend's scooter. It was raining and he hit a brake too hard. We fell and we crashed. But when we fell, because it was wet, we were all sliding, and I was thinking, oh, when is this gonna stop? When is this gonna stop? My skin got all peeled and everything. This is when I was in high school, but my tattoo covered it and all that. But my friend was so stoned out of his mind. So some people came out the car to see if we were okay, and he was just laughing. It was so crazy. Okay, I asked this question to Bastet. I want to ask you the same thing because you're also a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
Deadbeat fathers who doesn't pay child support or anything like that, who comes to punk shows. Is it none of our business, or do we talk to them or confront them or just leave it alone?
I mean, I honestly say, like, I mean, if they're your friends,
Uh
like,
huh.
give them shit,
Mm-hmm.
talk to them. Like, if you guys are friends, why wouldn't you ask them about, or like pressure them to, like, kind of be a good person? Like, I know a lot of people that I had mutual friends with my son's dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really talk to a lot of those people anymore because it's like, you know, why? I mean, if they're still down with whatever he's doing, like,
Mm-hmm.
and not down with, um, I guess what I'm doing or like, how I'm taking care of my child on my own, it's like F those people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have like little, I don't know. I really don't like those kind of people. They're those kind
Uh
of
huh.
men,
Okay.
who don't take care of their kids.
Cool. So now, at a, because we're not punctual, it has to be a radical space and everything. Abusive, of course, when it's physical, people are gonna stop it. But non-physical, we're talking about verbal abusive, like being really verbal abusive. Do we ignore it? Is it none of our business, or do we stand back to see what happens, or interrupt it, or what?
Like if
Abu-
it's happening at a show, like at a public space.
yes, abusive relationship. It could be a guy like yelling at his partner, or like this and that, calling names and stuff like that. Do we just stay back until it gets physical, or do we say something, ignore it, and just wait and kick back? Your
No, I mean, I think
opinion.
for sure, like saying something, especially if you know those people,
Uh huh.
and like don't wait for it to get physical, like, because then, like, no, like people need to like check other men, like was said here, like men need to check other men,
Oh,
like
right.
especially because it's always women who have to like step in and intervene those kind of situations. That's what I've always seen, and that sucks. Like it shouldn't be like put on women to stop men from doing shit to other women.
Cool. Also, if you don't know the person, get your friends too. Don't go by yourself if you do not know the person, because sometimes like people like that are very violent. So don't go by yourself.
Yeah.
Take crowd with you, like friends and stuff and all that. Okay, pay Liz. We're gonna take a break. Pay close attention to this. Now it's the crass booklet, out of print crass booklet. This is gonna go in mail, first class in mail. Whoever types in first gets this booklet. If you already won the buttons earlier, it doesn't count because you already won. It has to be somebody who hasn't won. And just to let you know, it's going to be first class mail with the track number. We'll get track number. So it's domestic mail only, no air mail, only in America. It can't be in Europe. Europe doesn't count. It's too expensive to mail it in Europe. So it's for America only, domestic mail. All right. So here's the question to win the crash book. Out of print crash book. This symbol, where is it? The crash symbol. This crash symbol right here from this book. Who is it made by? Oh, Liz, you don't count because you're being interviewed. So, Liz already knows the answer, so Liz doesn't count. Yes, somebody put Europe. Europe doesn't count because it's too expensive to mail it all the way to Europe, man. And there's no tracking number when I mail it. If I do a tracking number, Europe charges more. I mean, to mail it Europe. Okay, crass logo. So pay attention to this. The first person who types it in gets the book. Who made this Crass logo? Here are the names. Was it hold on, my phone got tilted. A, pay attention. Was it G from Crass, Steve Ignorant, Penny Rimbaud, or David King? First person who types it in right. Wait a minute. Is this the same person who won the buttons again? Hold on for a second. No. You don't count. You already won the button package. Don't type any stuff in. Okay? You already won the buttons. So who is it? Was it G? G Artist for Crass who designed the logo? Was it Steve Ignorant, the singer? Or was it Penny Rimbaud? Okay, Firm Veggies. Yes, that is right. It's Dave King. So Firm Veggie, what you're gonna do is just I'm gonna write the name right now, so I will know. Wait. Where did your name go? Hold on for a second. It's
It's
called
FIRM.
Fermi Veggies. Just get off right now. Don't watch this and send me a private message. And I need your mailing address. Don't type it here because if you type your mailing address here, everyone's gonna see it. So send me a private message, your mailing address, and it'll go out tomorrow for first class mail, and you'll get your tracking number and everything. So just send it now because I'm gonna get up in the morning, go to the post office because I have a PO box. I have to check some stuff. All right, okay, back to Liz. Liz, I really appreciate you doing all this fashion because earlier you were telling me you like the 70s band and everything. A lot of people don't know this. 70s punk rock. Punk rockers used to make their own clothes, rip it, and like, do crazy stuff, put safety pins, all that. That's why 70s punk rock was so cool. It was so DIY. Even like all the punks and glam, they used to put glitter and everything. It was going so artistic. Then the hardcore movement came in America, and the macho, the jock stuff pushed out all that. The 70s punk, DIY, everything. It pushed away all the sausage fest. I will call the sausage fest hardcore like jock punks and stuff. But I'm really glad what you're doing. Support Liz on follow Instagram. Audey Thunder's Closing. Okay, Liz. Before we go, do you have any last comment?
No. I mean, I don't know if anyone else had any questions or
Does
whatnot.
anybody have any questions before we go for Audey Thunder's Clothing? Liz from Audey Thunder's Clothing. You could just type it in if you have anybody questions. Okay, so everyone keep in touch with me. Look at my one day Instagram. We have other talk shows coming up. Liz, thank you very much. When everything is over, I hope we could do events again together. Because few times you did your fashion show with the models and everything. Oh wait. Brianna, Netta, what is something you never made that you want to make?
Dang. I guess. I'm like, what haven't I made? I guess I really want to make backpacks. Only made, I think, one backpack before. But I really wanted to make backpacks. I don't know, it's random, but or like large bags. I don't know. Even though like more, but also I don't know. I can't really think of other things right now. Like I don't know. I've made like pants, dresses, shorts, like underwear.
Cool.
Like almost. I've made like a lot of types of things, but backpacks for sure. Yeah.
Cool. We were gonna do this interview for half an hour, but it went to 48 minutes, which is really, really cool. And anybody have any other questions before we go? All right. Just to let you know, everyone who's in lockdown, this you can't read the stickers. It's commit random kindness and senseless acts of beauty. Practice random kindness during this lockdown with your partner or your roommate or your family. Use kind words. Be nice to each other during this lockdown because some people are going through stress. But some people, like, who works a lot, who had a really busy schedule, it's like some people are happy and stuff, but everyone has different things. So, okay. All right. Thank you very much, Liz. Everyone practice random kindness. Use kind words to your family, your roommate, in your relationship, friends, and everything. All right. Take care,
Stay
Liz.
home.
Thank you.
I'm like, and everyone stay home. Bye.
Bye.